Hello, somebody asked me to make a video about accompaniment patterns for Greek ballads, so here it is. When you want to think of a nice piano pattern, it is important that you understand the rhythm and the grouping of it. And with the grouping, I mean where the accents are. Now, accents are not always louder. They can also be heard by the repeating patterns. And I will show you an example of that. I will play all the notes with more or less the same volume, and still you can understand the grouping. So this sounds totally different than if I play, for example, this. Now I will play the accents louder so that it is more clear. And the second one. The first rhythm has an even grouping, what means that every group has the same length. And the second rhythm has an odd grouping, and this sounds often much more interesting. Now, in the examples that I played, the accents I was playing with the lowest note, but you don't have to do that. I will now play it with the highest note. And the second rhythm. I like to see a rhythm as groups of 2 and or 3 counts, and when you listen to the song Όνειρο, ήτανε, you can clearly hear a 3-3-2 grouping, and this is the second example that I was playing. So you can count along with the song by saying 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So I will play now the first line of the song. So this is a very simple way to play along with this song. So what I do, I play every time low, middle, high, low, middle, high, low, middle. So when you play the chord in the root position, it goes like this. So I play first the root note, so the 1. Then I play the 3rd note of the scale, and then the 5th note of the scale. So low, middle, high, low, middle, high, low, middle. And with this low, middle, high, it doesn't matter which inversion of the chord that you are playing. The low means always the lowest note that you play. So if I play the other inversions, they go like this. course, when playing along with the song, it's nice to play different inversions so that the chords are not too far away from each other. So, for example, if I play a C chord like this, you can play the D minor chord like this. And so that everything stays a little close, normally this sounds better. It is not nice to use always the same pattern for songs that have the same rhythm and grouping. So for the song Όνειρο, ήτανε, I have made a totally different accompaniment pattern. So let me show that to you. So I will play that now very slowly without singing, so that you can see what's going on. So I skip also the note that you normally play on count 3, also to make it more interesting. So now you will say, I have seen your video and you're not playing that. That's true. The first line I play this. Oramos anavita fota. But in most of the song I play all the time this pattern that I just showed you. But of course, depending on the music, you might need to adapt it a little, to play less notes, to play sometimes extra notes. Yeah, to make it fit to the music. So I will explain the pattern in more detail. I play first the bass, then low, middle, high, then one note rest, and then low, middle, low. So that goes like this. Bass, low, middle, high, low, middle, low. So like this. You can also play a nice variation on that if you play at the last note instead of the low, the high. So then you get this. Bass, low, middle, high, low, middle, high. So often it is nice to hold the notes to make it sound more full. I will now first play the pattern without holding the notes, except of the bass note. Now I will hold the notes. So most of the time that sounds better and you don't even need a pedal. Now I will explain something about the song naar Κοιμηθούμε, aγκαλιά. This song has also a 3-3-2 grouping. And in fact I used the exact same accompaniment pattern as I showed you before, but I also used two completely different patterns. So I will show you now a part of the intro. So for this pattern I use the pedal, since the notes are a little far from each other and I want to hold them. And since I wanted to play, of course, a melody with my right hand, I play a left hand accompaniment pattern. So what I do, I play first the root, then the fifth, and then the note that is an octave higher, and then I play the third that is above that last note. So the root, the fifth, octave higher, and then the third note. Now, this kind of patterns are very nice when you want to play low notes. And that is because you play only the root notes or the fifth note, and only at the last part, when I'm already quite high, then I play the third note, because it's nice to add the third note, because yeah, this gives really the characteristics of the chord. But when, for example, I would play the third note as the second in the pattern, it sounds really terrible. I will show you that. So, for example, if you would do this, okay, this is not really that terrible because it is already a little higher on the keyboard. But for example, when I want to play the E minor chord, which is also in this song, then I don't want to play it here, because that sounds a little too high for what I want together with the melody. But when I play it here, now it sounds really absolutely terrible. But when I leave out this third note and I play it later, so like this, it sounds much better. I will do it with pedal that you hear also, that it doesn't give a conflict. So this way everything sounds very nice. So yeah, that's the first pattern that I only use for the intro. And then for the verse I use the pattern that I've used also in the previous song. And then for the refrain, or the chorus, I use a totally different pattern. So let's take a look at that. Na κοιμηθούμε αγκαλιά, να μπερδευτούν τα όνειρά μας. So if you see this song in 4/4, then I played on the 1 the bass, on the 2 the chord, and then on the end of 2 I played again the bass, and on count 4 I played the chord. But you can also count it in groups, that is maybe easier. So then in the first group I play on the start the bass, and then at the end of the first group I play the chord. Then at the start of the second group I play the bass, and then at the start of the third group I play again the chord. So if I count along with it, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, So don't be confused with the pattern of the Kalamatianos, because it's almost the same, but Kalamatianos has the grouping 3, 2, 2. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So then it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now I played also by accident the bass variation, but that doesn't matter. Now let's take a look at the song Φτάνει, κλαίμε, which has an even grouping, and you can use a very simple accompaniment pattern for that, which goes like this. Έρχονται ώρες που όλα τα φοβάμαι, όσα θυμάμαι κι ακόμα με πονούν. So what I do, I play on the start of every measure, I play the bass, and then I alternate with my right hand between the middle and the high note together and the low note. So like this. So if I play it together with the bass, and yeah, also I want to mention that if there is a chord change, you also play, of course, the bass again. Now, it's totally fine to play this simple pattern. It sounds very nice with this song. But when I play it, I play a variation of this to make it a little more interesting. And it sounds like this. Έρχονται ώρες που όλα τα φοβάμαι, όσα θυμάμαι κι ακόμα με πονούν. Αυτές τις ώρες να το θυμάσαι, πλάι μου να σε, όταν θα έρθουν δίπλα μου να σε, μαζί σου να με βρουν. So now it was not simply just one pattern, there were some more variations, but it is based on the following. So just like with the previous pattern, I play on the start of every measure, I play the bass and also with chord changes. But then first I play together with the bass, I play the whole chord, so like this. And then I don't play the note that I normally would play with the older pattern, so I take a little rest, and then I do this alternating pattern. So you get this. So there is a little rest in between, which is nice for quiet songs to make it not too busy sounding. So or let's say when it is one measure, you can do like this. So but with this song it's also changing quite often, so then you get so again, because the other time I didn't play the whole chord, which is also, of course, also fine. When you want to make it sound a little lighter, you don't have to play also the lower note. But let's do it for now. So this is the let's say the main pattern that I use for this song. And yeah, there are of course all kind of variations that you can do. Maybe you heard also the kind of fill that I used to go to the second part. So when you have, let's say, this ponun, so that you get όσα θυμάμαι ακόμα με πονούν. So yeah, these things you can just improvise a little and to see what sounds nice. In the request for this video was also the song Augustus, and this has mostly an even grouping, and so you can play it with a very easy pattern like this. Μα γιατί το τραγούδι να είναι λυπητερό, με μια θαρίσκη απ' την καρδιά μου ξεκόψε. And of course here also it is nice to hold the notes. So I hope that this video was useful. Thank you for watching.